Okay, it's time for another Babers Insider, and Coach, it's about time. Let's play some football, right? It feels like it's been forever since there's been a game in the Dome. 4 weeks since the last Dome game. I know you're sick and tired of talking about bye week and all of that. We'll tee you up with that here to start, but you've had some opportunity here, back-to-back games on the road, both losses, so this is really a time to address your team for the second half of the season.
You know, it's homecoming. We've got an opportunity to play once again in front of the community, the fans, and the alumnus. And we're excited about that. It's good to get back in the Dome, and we're ready to hit somebody. We're tired of hitting ourselves for a week.
Well, this is a point of the season. Your bye happened to come really at halftime in the season, and everybody knows how it's gone. 4-0 to start, back-to-back losses. But I think maybe a coach might take the whole body of work, right, and understand that you're viewing where you are from 4-2, not from a 2-game losing streak.
You know, I look at it, someone said, hey, grade it. And I said, you know, I think it was a B job. We did a B job. We had an opportunity, obviously, with 2 fourth-quarter losses to be 6-0 and probably be ranked somewhere in 15th in the country or something. That didn't happen. But I'm excited about the way we've played. We've missed some opportunities, but it's not like we're out there and just walking around. These guys are really playing hard. I think we're doing some good things, and we're excited to see what we can do in the back half of the season.
One of the things I think is important to focus on for this North Carolina game is they don't want to hear it either. Talk about missed opportunities, 2-game losing streak. They're in the same boat. They let one get away at home against Virginia Tech last Saturday, and I would think it's easy for both coaches to express to their team, this game isn't over till it's over.
It's not over. I mean, they had a game, their first game against Cal all the way out there on the West Coast. I mean, they very easily, statistically, they won the game, but they didn't win it on the scoreboard, which counts. And then obviously the Virginia Tech game last Saturday, where they fumbled in the fourth quarter with about 9 minutes left, would have iced the game. They're on the 1-yard line. This is a good football team, and they've got good athletes, and Larry Fedora does a nice job.
One of the main differences between these teams and their performances so far this year, turnover margin. Orange are +8, one of the best in the country. Carolina's -8, one of the best in the country. That has a lot to do with it. And I know you've kind of gotten greedy a little bit. The first turnover neutral game you've had all year was the last time out at Pittsburgh, and I know you're hoping to keep the front foot down there.
You know, the Clemson game, the Pitt game, we'd have won the one turnover less, the Clemson game, that's a win. You know, 1 turnover less, the Pitt game, that's a win. Now, again, that's after the fact. But we're excited about being +8, and we want that to continue. We've got to hold on to the football. We've got to continue to get the football on defense. We've got to continue to do a great job on the special teams, which we have been doing, okay? And then we've got to be able to stop the run.
Now, this is an unusual situation here. It's the first ever meeting between Syracuse and North Carolina as ACC brethren, and you didn't join the conference last week. You know, it's been a while. They've obviously been in the conference from the get-go. This has a very unusual series history all time, some great games back in the day. Coach Pasqualoni versus Mac Brown was notable. The road team won them all. And I know you're hoping to end that streak, among other things, obviously, with the return home.
You had to tell me that. You know what? We feel good about our playing at home. Obviously, we've got a record at home that we feel good about. We're undefeated at home this year. We'd like to keep that thing going. And if we're going to play anywhere, we want to play them at home.
Have you even seen much Carolina tape in crossover games this year, maybe Pittsburgh, who was able to beat North Carolina? I would imagine this feels a lot like a non-conference game to you.
It does, but it counts as one. We really haven't seen them a lot in the 3 years that I've been here. Obviously, it's the first time we've played them. And like you said, on crossover tape, even the last 3 years, we really haven't had a lot of North Carolina tape. So watching them this year, watching them against Pitt, and then beating Pitt, obviously tells you what kind of opponent they are for us, and we have to give them the respect they're due.
All right, let's get into one nugget of X's and O's here, because really their strength running the football matches up with your area of improvement here recently. You've been exposed against the run. How do you see that playing out on Saturday?
Well, first of all, we need to do a better job, and we know what they're going to do. They know what they're going to do, and we've got to be totally committed to making sure that they can't do that. And we've got to turn around and flip the switch on them and be able to run the football into their defense, which their front 4 and their front 7 is very, very good. And they've been able to keep that down a little bit on people. And if we have the ability to do both, we should be okay.
All right, it's Orange Central on campus this weekend, and an Orange out. A lot of Orange in the stands on the game day Saturday, so Coach, best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Orange head coach Dino Babers right here on Cuse TV.